What is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Welcome into the cafe. Today, we're going to be opening up some Destined Rivals. Yeah, we got a whole slew of Destined Rivals here that we're going to be opening up. We still have not pulled that Mewtwo yet, so we're after a lot of the SIRs out of this set. I have a lot of this set complete, but just not that many SIRs. I think I only have one, and it is the Mobostiff. And we need a lot more. So we have some Destined Rivals here we're going to open up today, and we got some other things I'm going to show you, so we'll be back in just a jiffy. All right, y'all, we are back. Before we get down into the main camera, I just kind of wanted to show you what I've been picking up. Since I've kind of been off of YouTube here lately. I've been kind of trying to find some stuff I haven't been able to pick up just because of the craziness that's been going on in the hobby. Some, not really old stuff, but older because you can't find anything type stuff. Like just right over here, we got a couple Twilight Masquerade ETBs that are kind of hard to come by right now, which is so silly to say. But I got excited to be able to see those Twilight Masquerade ETBs, and I jumped on them when I could. And then we also have the Paldea Evolved ETBs. I was able to grab a few of those as well. And those are pretty much gone forever until the boom slows down and everybody starts fire selling all this stuff. And then all these sets that, that were getting ate up really quickly are going to start surfacing back on the market. And hopefully it's sometime soon. Some other things that I've been picking up, of course, these are brand new right here, the Team Rocket tins. So if you guys have not checked those out yet, I got a video coming up here soon that we're going to be opening up all three of those tins. I think they look cool, so I kept three of them sealed just to put in the back as a display piece. One of my favorite tins they've made in quite some time. Another thing that has launched here recently is going to be the surprise boxes. Looks like they had another restock or re-release of these. So these things just this past couple weeks have been everywhere. The stores have like 20, 30 of them in stock. We've picked up quite a few of these. So these have been pretty hard to find. Now I will say some places are kind of ripping you off on these, like even your local regular stores like Target, Walmart, Meijer. Like these were some places like $36.99 for these, and these retail for $24.99. Target would seem to be the best place for them. They were still doing the $24.99. But like Meijer, Walmart, Meijer was the worst at the $36.99. Walmart, I think, was like close to $30 or something for those. But it is nice to see these out on the market again, and because it seemed like when they were coming out before, they were just getting ate up right away, and it was kind of a bummer. And another thing that launched, and I know a lot of people were unable to get their hands on, but I was able to get a couple of the prismatic Tyranitar Lucario boxes. These things are just absolutely massive. They're just like the heavy hitter boxes. So they come with the 14 packs of prismatic evolutions, and we were able to get our hands on a couple of these. As of right now, I'm going to keep them sealed, but I don't know what I'm going to do with them in the future. More likely, we're going to open them, or we may end up trading, for something that I want that's a little bit older. So, prismatic, I kind of made up my mind that I am not really going to open much of it. I am actually going to just collect all the singles, because a lot of these ETBs and things, like I have right here, one ETB is going for about the price of one of the SIRs in the set. So instead of trying to pull an SIR, I could just trade an ETB for one of the hits in the set, and it's just like opening the ETB and pulling the chase card every time. So thought that was a good strategy, and plus I can trade it in for some other older product that I would like to get my hands on and haven't been able to either afford it or find it. Last but not least, I know you guys all know I've been collecting the Time magazines. Time and Pokemon have released 3 new covers So you have the Arcanine Time magazine here. A very, very cool cover. A lot of people's favorites from what I've heard. You do have the Mewtwo. Now goes with the Mew because they've already launched the Mew one. So they do have the Mewtwo out currently. So I have every single one of these except for the Eevee one. If any of you guys know where I can find an Eevee Time magazine, let me know please, because that is the only one that I'm missing. It's from the first launch of these, and I have everything from every launch except for that Eevee. And then my favorite out of the new releases here is going to be the Gyarados. I love the Gyarados artwork on this. I'm actually going to get frames for these, and I think I'm going to frame them all up, and when I get into my new studio, they're going to be hanging on the wall in the background. I think they're going to look pretty cool. So that is what I have been buying, and it's not always about finding cards and stuff. There's so much stuff that you can do in the hobby that doesn't consist of buying and opening cards and things like that. Buy singles, buy some of your memorabilia. Like I've actually added more figures and plushies and stuff back here that I've been buying. I've actually been buying some sleeves. I've been looking at a lot of the Japanese sleeves. If you guys have not checked out Japanese sleeves, look them up. They make the best sleeves. They're sweet. Pretty much like a collector's item. Opossum Bud is the one that kind of got me onto the sleeves, and they're absolutely outstanding. Check them out. But we're going to get into this opening, and we'll do some more talking as we're opening some Destined Rivals. Hopefully try to get some of those hits. All right, y'all, and we are back. We're ready to go. We have our Destined Rivals out. I actually have some that are actually out of the sleeve. We got these from the Pokemon Center vending machine, and then we do have our sleeved blisters here that we're going to get into. So before I do that, I do want to show you, as you guys know, whenever I do an opening, I open up Loracana. But Loracana has came out with a new set called Fable, and look how sweet this pack art looks. I absolutely love, this is my favorite one out of all of them. You got the whistling Mickey there. Absolutely love it. And then you have Goofy, the Goof Troop, right there on that one. And then you got, what's her name? I can't never remember her name, from 101 Dalmatians. But I just think the pack looks sweet. I like when they do like the white packs, like how 151 made their packs and things. Once I open one of these at the end of the video today, you guys will see the actual pack artwork, which they did a really good job on. So I think we'll open up the Goof Troop one today, and we'll leave. I'm going to get one of these to leave sealed just because I like the pack artwork so well. But we'll be able to check out the new Loracana today, and we are going to go ahead and get into our Destined Rivals. All right. Hopefully we can finally pull an SIR out of here. I've had all my friends that I talk to in the Pokemon community has said they have had so much good luck pulling SIRs out of this set, and I can't pull nothing, man. Nothing at all. But hopefully we get something today. I went kind of down memory lane today. I started watching some of Real Breaking Nate's old videos from like 8 years ago. And if you guys are feeling down about the hobby and things, just do yourself a favor. Go look at some of his old videos where he was going around to stores and things and looking at Pokemon products, because you'll see how Pokemon is in a barren market energy during the times that nobody wants it. Electric into a Sneasel, because there will be a time that we get back to nobody wanting Pokemon cards. I promise you that. I know it doesn't feel like it like right now, but this will not last forever. And going back and looking at his videos, it was just kind of a breath of fresh air. The video I was watching was like, I think it was 2018 or 16. Yeah, 2016 was the video that he was in. And he went on a mission to look for the oldest packs that he could find in a retail store, like Walmart, Meijer, Target, Walgreens, CVS, things like that. And he ended up finding a black and white tin. So, mind you, this was 2016, and he found a black and white tin from 2011. Well, come to find out, not all the packs were in there from 2011. It was a black and white pack, a Furious Fist, I think, and then a Flash Fire, I believe. Don't mock me on that, but I just thought it was crazy that was 2011, and it was 2016 when he was recording that video. That was 5 years, so they had sets still on the shelves from 5 years ago. So that goes to show you how much of a barren market that Pokemon can go into. Energy is you can have sets sitting on the shelf 5 years. 5 years. To a Starmie. To a Crustle. So there was a time just not too long ago that we were doing the same thing. We were finding like very early like Sun and Moon packs, like or late Sun and Moon packs and early Sword and Shield packs, while we were in like the Paradox Rift era of the Pokemon. They so you were still able to find Cosmic Eclipse and things inside tins before the boom happened, and Evolving Skies was everywhere, and it would still be pretty plentiful if the boom didn't happen. We were still finding it in tins and mini tins, and if the boom didn't happen and everybody was buying everything up, it would still be around today. So just keep that in mind. A lot of these sets that we're going, like Destined Rivals, that we're thinking is going to the moon, Pokemon is going to print this to oblivion. And that kind of made me wake up a little bit and like, all right, take a step back. This is not forever. It's not going to last forever. And these sets are going to be plentiful, and we are not going to miss out on these sets. And then once things start to go south, people are going to start fire selling all their products. So there's going to be product on the secondary market that people are going to be trying to get rid of, selling under market, selling back to card shops, and card shops are going to be putting it online. And it's going to get better. It is definitely going to get better. But I suggest going to check out, some of those older videos from Real Breaking Nate. We got a Misty's at Gyarados. And I think it'll put a little smile on your face. So I appreciate you kind of bringing me back to reality at Mr. Real Breaking Nate, because, I was starting to fall into everybody else's trap where things were not going to get better. Like, I was like, this is never getting better. Like, I kept telling myself it was going to get better. It's going to get better. We've been through it a million times. It's going to get better. Thinking people are silly talking about it just being like this forever online. And I started to kind of fall into it myself. And then watching those videos tonight just kind of woke me up. And I was like, this is not going to be like this forever, guys. It will change, and we'll get back to... Because I remember during the COVID era that you couldn't find stuff on the shelves. I mean, it wasn't near as bad as this, but you couldn't find things on the shelves. We thought it was never going to get better then as well. And it did. Scarlet and Violet came out. Nobody wanted it. Everybody just left the hobby. All your big content creators that usually don't do Pokemon got into Pokemon, like the Paul brothers. And then they all vanished. And we were back to being our small little group again. And hey, we got Electivire EX. Our first hit of the opening goes to the Electivire Full Art, which I believe I already have, but that is okay. That will go into the trade binder. But yeah, once all those guys left the hobby, things went quiet. It went quiet. We were back to the way things used to be, in a very, very much slowdown, where we were buying booster boxes for as low as $70 sometimes. And I'm not kidding. I mean, $70 booster box was kind of the norm. And it was kind of the norm even when Surging Sparks came out. My first Surging Sparks booster box, I think I paid $85 for. And then that second wave came out, and it was... Nope. It's $161. It's MSRP, and then it got up to over $200, and it never stopped from there. And here we are going into a new generation, a new era, the Mega Evolution era, and things are still crazy. Going almost on 2 years. We got a Weezing, one of my favorite cards, just regular uncommon cards from this set, to $1. Not $1, but $1. Hey, and we got the Yan Mega EX for our second hit of today's opening. Pretty green going on around here to all my green friends out there. So yeah, we will not be in this forever. Keep that in mind. Don't panic. Just keep doing what you love. You know, you be you. Be nice to your fellow neighbors, to your fellow content creators. Just be nice to each other, because things are going to get better, and we're all going to remember who the good people were in this hobby, and who stayed true to things, and who didn't try to rip people off. You know, I have a feeling a lot of shops are going to have a lot of regret when things kind of slow down, because people remember. People don't forget like how you treated them when it was a seller's market. And then when it comes to being a buyer's market, unfortunately for the shops and stores and stuff, it doesn't go both ways. It's either you're good to your buyers, and then when the market slows down, the buyers are not going to return the favor. Our way of returning the favor is to continue to go to you to buy our product. And unfortunately, when things are $70 a booster box, we're not going to pay more. It's just unfortunately that's the way it goes, that stores get screwed. But when you start jacking up prices to beyond crazy amounts, people remember that stuff, and a lot of people won't shop with you ever again. Mad Cargo, and don't get me wrong, I understand why shops are keeping it at market, and I'm cool. I'm absolutely cool with that. But when shops go way above and beyond, like there's some shops that just make up their own prices. Like you go in there and like, where did you get this price? And they're just like, you know, it's market average. Market average, that's not even what the market says. Like, you're just seeing what the highest thing sold for, and that's what you're putting on the box. Like, that I don't like. I mean, if you want to sell it at market because that's the way the market is, I'm fine with that. It sucks. Yes, it sucks. But don't sell something, you know, that's already marked up almost double and try to put like 3 times the amount on it, because A, nobody's going to buy it, and B, people are going to remember that. So, and we won't be in this times forever. And even Pokemon got mad at a lot of the shops and stuff for not staying true to what Pokemon wants their product to sell for. That's why all the big box stores and things are getting the product over our LGSs and things, because they are mad at distribution for ripping the stores off, and mad at the stores for ripping the customers off, because they want their game playable. They want to be able to have kids go into a shop, energy, and buy this product to play the game. And they would need kids to buy this product to keep Pokemon alive. Because if you don't have the new generation coming in and buying this stuff and their parents teaching them about Pokemon, Pokemon's no more. We got a Citadel. Hey, we got a Grimmsnarl. So, yeah, they need people like when we were kids and we were opening this stuff, the feelings that we felt when we pulled these cards, like this Grimmsnarl, like, you know, I look at it like, oh, it's a regular EX. But a little kid pulls this card right here, it's the world to them, because their parents only buy them, you know, a couple packs a week or something. And when they pull this card, it's like, wow, like I just pulled an EX. You know, I pulled an ultra rare out of a pack. And sometimes we take that for granted. You know, we're looking for the $200, $300 card, when really, this is what it's all about, is just pulling that EX, you know, that all your friends don't have, or, you know, that you can take to school and show off. And I know we're older now. You can't necessarily take your cards to work and show them to your coworkers and say, look, I pulled an EX. I do it sometimes. I'm sure you do it sometimes. Probably for a little bigger cards, but we still get that feeling. It just takes, you know, a beefier card for us to get that same feeling a kid would get pulling an EX. So we all still chase that feeling. We're all up like a bunch of big kids. And I still love this hobby, and I can't wait for it to get back to the way things used to be. I miss, you know, just sitting here bored. Like, you know what? I want to crack some packs. Let's go up and get an ETB. So drive up to the store and just, you have your pick of like 4 or 5 different sets of ETBs sitting there, and you can, you know, oh man, I still haven't pulled the Mewtwo out of Destined Rivals, or I haven't got the Greninja out of Twilight Masquerade. Let's get an ETB of that and see our luck. Energy. We got a Scraggy. Into a Carbink. Into a Electivire EX. For the rare, we will definitely take an ultra rare Electivire. So no big hitters yet, but we are definitely not done. Not a bad opening so far. We are close to 50% hit rate. We got 4 hits so far out of 10 packs. So we get one more hit, we're at a 50% hit rate. Even though it is no heavy hitter cards, but if we can get 50% hit rates, I'll take that every time. And like I said, these just go into my trade binder, and hopefully I can help somebody else out that does not have any of those cards, and that's what it's all about. It's what it's all about. And this Shroomish to a Skarmory. That Toad School looking like a fool. Look how long them legs are. I wonder if he's running. What is he looking at? He's looking at something in his peripherals there. We got the Coughing. The Coughing and Wheezing card in this set is probably my 2 favorite cards, like commons, uncommons out of this set. But the Coughing is just amazing, and the Wheezing's even better. We got Team Rocket's a Protron. Just chilling. We got a Murkrow. Doesn't look like a bird you want to mess with. Always remembers, like, reminds me of like Edgar Allan Poe. You know, like the his stories. Energy. And we got a Fomantis. And a Cetadile. He is one happy guy right there. One happy guy. Oh, and we got the Team Rockets Moltres. I actually think I need this card. This is like one of the last full arts that I need, and Moltres is my favorite Galarian bird. So I am happy to get the Moltres. I like both Moltreses. I like the Galarian Moltres and the regular Moltres. So the legendary bird Moltres has been pulled. I am very much happy with that pull right there. And we are down to our last pack magic. Last chance to get an SIR. And I got kind of a funny story about Loricana coming up next. And I'll tell it after this pack and we get into the Loricana here. Last code card of the night. Hopefully you pull something nice. Something a little nicer. Maybe you get an SIR out of your pool on the online TCG. Because I can't pull them in person anymore. We got that Team Rockets Eradicate. Into the fish. Defish. Arvin's Mass Chief. Almost. The Babaustav. We got the Dolliv. Not an olive. But a Dolliv. But that's what it's trying to represent as an olive. We got Marnie's Scrafty. TM Machine. I always think of Time Machine when I see that. Looks like an ATM. We got a Hippo Down. Looks like he's about to eat the moon. I wonder if Umbreon is back here somewhere. Ooh, we got that Lightning Energy. Ooh, Ooh, right. Got electric right after the lightning energy. All right. And to finish off our Pokemon opening, we have... Can we finally get that SIR? Last pack magic. Oh! We got the Ethan's Typhlosion. I have not pulled this card yet. So we will take just an illustration rare, but we will take it. I have not pulled this guy yet, so we got some binder love, and we got that fighting chicken in the background. So beautiful pull right there. Have not pulled this card yet, so very, very excited. It's actually pretty good shape, a little bit heavy on the left side here, but great card to pull there. Awesome artwork. Very, very happy with today's opening. And we actually went above a 50% hit rate. This is our 6th pull out of 10 packs. Better than half. All right, so we started out slow, ended strong. So our Pokemon pulls for today is going to go out to the Electivire, the Grimmsnarl, the Yanmega EX, to the Electivire Full Art, to the Team Rockets Moltres. That's some binder love right there. And then into the Ethan's Typhlosion. Very, very nice. That is some binder love right there as well. So, the funny story about Loricana is I got bored last night, and I actually had an extra pack of this. Bought from my local card shop. So, the pack that I opened, this was the pulls from it. And I about pooped myself. Because I was like, go figure, I would pull this off camera. So, this was my pulls at the end. I got the Make It Potion, which is the cold foil at the end. And in the second slot, not yet. This was in front of both of these cards. So this was the first rare, which the White Rabbit's Pocket Watch. And then I slid this up like so, and I seen that shining, and I about had a heart attack. And I was like, I did just not pulled an Enchanted off camera. Not even during the video. I've been trying to pull an Enchanted this whole time to show cardboard collectibles it can be done. And I thought I did it off camera, and I was about to die. But it is not. This is what they call a legendary. So we pulled a legendary Hades. So a nice little texture on that card. And I think this is one of the better pulls I've pulled yet. I think this is about in between $10 to $30. I can't, because I think this is a cold foil, so it's a little bit more. But I thought that was pretty cool, but I keep saying but. It scared me. I thought I pulled the legendary or the Enchanted off camera. But let's get into this and see if we can't do it now. But check out these packs on this Loricana. I think you guys will really enjoy it. I think it's sweet. But look at the way that pack looks. And I thought it matched the artwork. But I will say, this is my favorite artwork. Definitely my favorite artwork on the pack. But let's see if we can't get an Enchanted. Alright. Loricana's brand new set, Fabled. So we got a new picture we can try to build. One of the main reasons I'm going to be opening quite a bit of this, I actually may do a Loricana opening. Hey, we got another puzzle piece because there is 2 cards in here, 2 Mickey cards. I think it's a Mickey and a Minnie. And they're old school cards, and each one of them is $1,000 a piece. So if you can pull that old Mickey or Minnie, you just pulled yourself a $1,000 card. And if I were to do that, I would sell it. I would sell it right away, and I would buy some booster box or something from Pokemon that I really wanted. Like, maybe like Evolving Skies or something like that. That way I can put that back in my collection. Or a Fusion Strike. Fusion Strike's one of my favorite Sword and Shield sets. So I would buy something for myself. You know, something to keep for a very long time. We got a Max Goof. We got a Stitch. Beautiful card that Stitch is. We got a Megira. Is that how you say that? To a Benji. Or a Benja. Cruella de Vil. Driving a Coupe de Vil. It's a lot of characters I don't remember. I don't know why. Olaf! I do know Olaf. He's having a good old time in the snow. We got a signed contract. Looks like somebody signed it with a snot rocket. Signed it up. 4 dozen eggs. That's definitely not 4 dozen eggs. And we got our first rare, One Last Hope. And we do have one last hope to pull one of those old Mickey cards. Ooh, that's decent. We got a Bruno Mars. And this is a like a super rare, I think, or it's not quite a legend. It might be a legendary. And we got a TikTok cold foil. So no old school Mickey card today, and no enchanted. We're gonna give it one more try. We're gonna open up one more of these, just cause I'm not done yet. I feel like opening some more packs. Oh, and we got the Mickey artwork here. Is that a sign? Is that a sign? All right, this is the last pack. I promise. I have really been enjoying opening Loricana here lately. If you guys have not opened it, I suggest giving it a try. And we got another puzzle piece. Does that go with that one? Does not. All right. So let's flip this one around. We'll go a little bit faster with this one because we got the Queen. And we got 2 queens. This one's the Queen of Hearts. We got Jafar. I don't know why my camera zooms in and out like that. I don't... like it's trying to focus. TikTok. Regular TikTok. Hey, we got Flounder. That's a cool looking card. And look, you got the shark in the background. Ooh, Flounder, you better watch out. Alright, we got that one again. And Donald Duck. No, okay. Hey, Dewey. Reminds me of Walk Hard. Remember the movie Walk Hard? Dewey. You don't want this. I think I do. Oh, look at that. Right off the rip. That's just, we just totally skipped the rare. It went to a super or legendary, whatever they call it. Stitch. Does that mean there's going to be a couple good things after this? Oh, 2 in a row. We got another. Didn't we just pull this? Yeah, that was in the last pack. What are we going to get at the end? That was 2, like, legendaries back to back. Oh, okay. I've never had that before. The sideways card at the end. All right, y'all. That's going to do it for today's video. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. I really had a good time opening up some Destined Rivals, talking to you all. Hopefully, you go and look at some of those videos from Real Breaking Nate, and hopefully it eases your mind like it eased mine a little bit. Just looking at all the stuff on the shelves, and just, it makes you look at it a little bit different. Whenever you look at it, and you just know it's going to be okay. Like, we're going to get back to normal. It's not going to be like this forever. People are going to get tired of paying the prices that they're paying. They're going to get tired of scalping this stuff. They're going to get tired of constantly chasing product down. People are just going to leave the hobby. Good people and bad people. Things are going to start tanking. When they do start tanking, that's when everybody fire sells, and then everybody gets out of the hobby, and everything clears up for a while, and sometimes we'll get down to, you know, like a good happy medium, and sometimes we fall way down, and this is not our first crazy boom market, and it's not going to be our last, unfortunately. It seems like it goes in every couple year span. Like we go 2 years or 2 or 3 years without anything happening. Everything's quiet, calm, and then all of a sudden something comes out or something happens, and then everybody rushes back into the market. We stay crazy for a couple years, or a year, 2 years, 3 years, and then starts to slow back down again, and it just rinses and repeats, rinses and repeats. I don't know if it's just new people coming in to like kids growing up and getting back into the hobby and remembering what it was like to pull this stuff as kids. I don't know what caused it. I don't know if it's Pokemon Pocket. I think this boom that we're in had a lot to do with Pokemon Pocket, and I think it had a lot to do with Nike finally figuring out how to get rid of the sneakerheads. And I think a lot of the sneakerheads and a lot of the flippers and things like that in toy flippers, sneaker flippers, just every kind of flipper known to man, seeing that there was a lot of money to be made in Pokemon, and they all rushed in this way, and Pokemon was like, what is going on? And they are scrambling, trying to figure out how to stop this. I think they're there. And they're just waiting for their moment. I'm hoping it's really soon. I'm hoping it's like Christmas season where Amazon just does a big dump. A lot of these stores do a big dump. Pokemon does a big dump and just floods the market where there's just too much product out there to scalp and for it to get ate up. So hopefully that's what a lot of these smaller restocks are, is them prepping for the end. So who knows? This may go on another 10 years, 5 years. It may never stop. Just know that one day it'll be calm. And we'll all look back and say, what were we thinking? See you in the next one. Love y'all.